What's going on, guys? My name is Savage Banana. Today we're going to do 10 custom gumball ideas and an honorable mention extra gumball as well. Let's not waste time with the intro, let's jump right into it. So for our number 10 spot, we've got Pack-a-Punch. That's just a reference to Vanoss videos. Basically, for this gumball, all players receive a Pack-a-Punch upgrade to the weapon they're holding. This would obviously be a high rarity gumball because that's insanely overpowered. Obviously a one-time use, so there's really not much more to say about that. Moving on to the number 9 spot, this one is a lot less powerful, but it would be good for speed runs for one thing, and just getting away from zombies at, vulnerable moments. This one is called Sugar High, and you just run super fast for a limited time. Again, this would be good for things like speed runs and just getting the fuck away from zombies. And it actually, I would say, works really nicely with the next gumball on our list. Number 8 is called Aggressive Shove, and for this one, running at zombies full speed, instead of taking damage or getting hit, you will knock the zombies down and out of the way, clearing a path basically. For the number 7 spot, this is another pretty simple gumball, not too overpowered I would say. So this one's just called Sticky Gum, and once activated, all zombies will get stuck in place for 30 seconds. They can still hit you if you are within that range, but all the zombies will be stuck and no more will be spawning in, unstuck for the 30 seconds. This will give you a bit of a cool down relaxation time if you happen to have a down teammate. This might be good to calm things down so you can revive them. So overall it will have its uses, but not insanely overpowered. For the number 6 spot, before I get into that, I would like you to run through a little scenario with me. Picture this. You're in a game with your friends, and one of your teammates just cannot get their shit together. Your teammate is fucking struggling, meanwhile you are practically carrying the game for everyone else. Everyone else is falling apart and dying, and you're reviving them, and they're dying again, and you're reviving them again. Now let's say that out of a pure, skill issue, moment of weakness, your teammate who has been sucking this entire time happens to be alive while you suddenly go down. You were the last hope. Or at least you were until you went down. What if you had a gumball where you could trade places with your shitty teammate and they could sacrifice themselves so that the one that doesn't have a skill issue could have a chance to clutch the game for you? That is what this next gumball, number 6, is called. That's what this next gumball does. Number 6 is called Sacrificial Lamb. And basically what happens is a player can opt to trade places with a downed teammate so that the player will become the downed one. Now bear with me for a second. We already went through that scenario, and let's not pretend there haven't been times where you've been going down, and then you're up, but the teammate that's been carrying you goes down, and you're like, oh shit, that's the end of the game. Well, no more. With Sacrificial Lamb, if you're the bad teammate, you would, who's, surviving, you would opt to sacrifice yourself, trading places, literally trading places with the good teammate that has all the good stuff. The good teammate would then get revived, and they would have all their perks and everything back, and there's a better chance that you guys will survive and clutch the round. A bit of a messy gumball. It would probably take 2 to tango with that one. You would probably both have to initiate a prompt, much like you would the exfils. But I think that in very particular scenarios that would help, or that would be a useful gumball, especially for something like the boss fight. Because in a way it does act like a phoenix up for that good player because they will keep their perks and everything. But that's number 6, that again called Sacrificial Lamb. One more thing about that I'd like to add is that, the good thing about Black Ops 6 Zombies is that we'll get to hold on to multiple gumballs at the same time. So this wouldn't be as useful with the Black Ops 3 system, as you could only hold one gumball at a time, but since you can do 3 in the Black Ops 6 system, this would be a good one to have in the back pocket, especially in something like a public lobby. Okay, moving on to the next one. And for the next one, instead of going to our top 5, we're going to go ahead and talk about this bonus one. And this bonus one, I'm going to be honest with you, I put this in as a passive-aggressive diss. The bonus one would be Double Tap 2.0 as a gumball. Simple as that. Because for some fucking reason, Treyarch seems to hate Double Tap 2.0, or even 1.0 at this point. Where the fuck is it, Treyarch? Can you help me find it? Because where the fuck is Double Tap? Anyway, that's your bonus perk. That's your honorable mention. Let's get into the top 5. Moving on to the top 5. So for the number 5 spot, what we have is a very simple gumball, not overpowered by any stretch of the imagination. This one is called Support System, and all it does is it grants the player a random score streak. I think that since we have score streaks in zombies now, you may as well, roll the dice with that one as a gumball. I don't see why not. I mean, you have a chance to get the Mangler arm cannon. That'd be pretty cool. So the next one we have is called Security Lockdown. And so for this one, all of the traps on the map will activate at once, regardless of if the trap was supposed to be on a cooldown. And all players will be immune to trap damage during this time. I think this is a pretty interesting one. I think it would make things a little chaotic. I think it'd just be kind of fun to activate, don't you? Don't you agree? Not too powerful, I would say, but what, maybe you're down on points or something, or this could be good for high round strategies, I would say. Run through the void cannon or something, you'll be immune to it during this, so I think that'd be pretty cool. Moving into our top 3, number 3 is going to be called Projectile Protection, and for a limited time you will be immune to any enemy projectiles. This could be something like getting shot by the Mangler cannon, or the Abomination's like laser shit, or the Parasite attacks. Anything that is a projectile where you're basically getting shot in zombies. Some people do have an issue with the concept of being attacked in non-melee ways by zombies, so I think that this is the perfect gumball to combat that. Again, that one's called Projectile Protection, and you are immune to enemy projectiles for a limited time. Moving on to the number 2 spot, we have a gumball called Magnetic Force, and for this one, armor drops are attracted to the player and automatically equipped for a short amount of time. I know that a lot of people are angry about the manual plating, so this would get rid of that for a limited time. Personally, I don't see a problem with manual plating. I think that it gives us something to have to remind ourselves about as a skill thing, kind of like how you had to remind yourself to go pick up a new shield and shit like that. Another thing that this gumball would do is it would, using the magnetic force, it would rip the armor off of armored zombies, thus making them weaker. And dare I say that you get to keep the armor from those armored zombies. So this could be a very powerful gumball, yet a very, simple concept. One thing that I'm concerned about with Black Ops 6 is the potential for boss spam. I know this has been a problem in previous games like Black Ops 4. So with that being said, the number 1 spot goes to a gumball that I call Downgrade. And so what this does is it takes all the boss or special zombies that are on the map at the current moment and it transforms them into regular zombies. Upon activation, of course. I think that this would be a really powerful gumball to bring into something like a boss fight, or something to, I don't know, just really make things chill out, This could have very particular uses, and I think that it would be powerful but not overpowered. And there you have it. Those are 10 custom gumball ideas, plus my passive-aggressive honorable mention. Where are you, Double Tap? Where the fuck is Double Tap? Anyway, thank you guys for watching. Subscribe if you haven't already, and if you have not watched the Terminus layout breakdown video, I suggest you do that now. I will include a link to it at the end of this video, so I'll catch you guys in the next one.